Welcome back to the channel. Now, we just got done doing the cornbread one, but hopefully you're checking this out first than that. And that's it. His stuff's in the feed, but we're not going over here. We got, can't touch this. Doom, doo, doo, doom, doo, doom, doo, doo. Can't touch this, doom. And well, it turns out a lot of people can, right? Especially, with that whole, I did a reaction that you always hurt the ones you love. Maybe not you, maybe not me, but they line up to hurt the ones they love all the time. I thought it was interesting that when you look it up now, they put a lot of it into his own onto himself. But I was always under the belief that a lot of the entourage and the people surrounding him, the satellites around your star, were really the ones with the hands in the pocket. Now it appears that that's probably all I would need to understand about current events going on for one of my favorite artists. My only vent, which is not really any business of anybody's, is the whole thing made my honey feel bad because she loved Mom. And instead of really talking about getting MC hammered, because like it says, it's none of my business, and his current 2 million is probably ability to parlay that into more. Might be good, right? And how much it could be tied up in, safety nets instead of faith. I don't know. Don't know. I know I can't play this. I'm not going to try because I don't want to get nailed. I do want to watch the parachute pants.
Ain't touched it.
Whoa. That's enough. We won't. That's just messing with disaster. But I mean, parachute pants. You don't. If you're young enough, you just don't know. Now, I personally didn't think they were cool, but you knew you were seeing something different at that point with the parachute pants moment in history. It's like when the goth kids put on the 3 sizes too big, and I was like, "What? I saw this." It's like parachute pants, but 2 sizes too big. It doesn't matter. So my honey got kind of crushed. I feel bad about that. And then I was like, it's not my business. And I thought about it. And I realized I pitched a lot of it at the end of the cornbread. And I have my one. I don't know if it helps at all, but it's the road I'm taking. So I want to talk about survival gaming for a second. Because I learned I really like building, like a Minecraft. I play Conan Exiles, and I really enjoy building. The hype of it all convinced me that I would enjoy building in danger. And my point being is, live in the world, play on the servers, risk the raids, and do my thing. Problem is, I didn't like going on raids because, weirdly enough, even if it was gameplay, I didn't really like taking someone else's hard-earned work. I'm like, they ground for hours to get there, and then, part of the core mechanic was, hold on, I gotta get a water. Excuse me for that. So I wanted to play and be in danger, but I didn't want to steal. I didn't want to raid. I met some friends. I made some pretty damn good friends on Conan. And it didn't dawn on me at first why raiding was so important. And then I realized that's all anybody's there for. So I'd made a mistake believing that aspect of the game was going to be for me. And I spent a year building, getting robbed. Building, getting robbed. And this is not a good metaphor at all. So the lines should be murky and foggy at best. I am not trying to make a direct analogy between grinding a few hours on a game and having some people dig into your life. I just like these Dirty Rotten Imbecile shirts. DRI is a really good band, and I'm not able to take direct shots because it turns out one of the things I tried to be the whole time was non-exploitive, and this is that moment where I watch exploitation take place, and I really am like, that sucks. But just jumping in on that bandwagon is wrong. So hopefully this is all vague enough that only a few people who understand what's going on and following along can put two and two together. Blah, blah, blah. I did mention Webby reached out again. That's good. I like that. I'm not fishing for that. I'm just saying, like at the end of Cornbread, maybe someday I get to a place where instead of talking about the hype and the bullshit, they can talk about stuff the people, care about. And I don't even think we're at that point. I'm and not in any position to have that kind of control over what's created. But I think the idea seems valid that an outlet for our artists in there. You know what it is? Oh man, it's like going to a group, right? It's like going, being in a 12-step program, but more of like a side group. I was trying to bring up like Al-Anon and some other side support, like some sort of outlet for people to get away from the hype, the trolls, and the bullshit, but still be able to maintain the honest truth is the public front, which is part of the brand. I mean, if I've seen anything over the last year, I do know, right? You make all the music, but you also need that public grind to keep perceptions or fan bases happy, or grind that little side income off content. And as always, I'm not saying I know nothing. I mean, I know more about my dog annoying me now than I do this whole subject. Why it's not really my business. Now, I hop in for today's little bit of talk because of my honey's, he was I'm going to roll my eyes when mamas and references to family come up for a bit. And I'm going to let that do its thing. And what I know is not enough. And it turns out I'm not going to dig because I don't. That's why I'm going the direction I went, because I don't consume drama. It's not my favorite part of existence. The sticking to your. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not to project anything onto, and it's not to exploit. So I'm pulling. Obviously, we're not talking about MC Hammer at this point, and I'm just, I'm pulling for Upchurch and all the things going on in his life. I'll make it that simple. Otherwise, I haven't really. Yeah. No exploitation. We're not milking this. I'm not even going to bring up the players that my honey knows are involved, because she's watching some stuff. So I get it filtered through my honey. And other than that, give us that Upchurch Cornbread line. There should be the next one, should be the reaction together. I think I've covered all my bases and didn't go too far, and we'll get on with our day. We'll see you back next time. Later.